Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're tackling an interesting Excel challenge. Imagine you have two columns, B and C, filled with text and numbers separated by hyphens. Your task is to compare the two columns and figure out if the values are just rearranged or if there's an actual difference in the digits or letters. If the values are just rearranged, we want Excel to return false. But if there's a difference, we want it to return true. Sounds fun, right? Let's dive in and build the solution step by step. But before we start, if you're new here and haven't hit that subscribe button yet, please subscribe to my channel and support me. It is free. We'll start with the first solution. Let's say we're working with the values in cells B3 and C3. At first glance, they look different. But if you rearrange the parts, they're actually the same. So we want Excel to return false. To do this, we'll use a combination of functions. First, we need to break the text into its individual parts, separated by the hyphens. For that, we use the TEXTSPLIT function. So we start by typing equal, then TEXTSPLIT, open parentheses. Next, we select the cell B3, add a comma, and tell Excel to split the text wherever there's a hyphen. To do that, we type double quote, hyphen, double quote, and then close the parentheses. This will split the text in B3 into its components. Now, we need to sort these parts so that they're in a consistent order, regardless of how they're arranged in the original text. To do this, we wrap the TEXTSPLIT function with the sort function. This will sort the parts alphabetically or numerically. We'll do the same thing for the value in C3. Now we have the sorted parts for both B3 and C3. Next, we need to compare these two sorted arrays to see if they're different. So we type the first sort TEXTSPLIT function, then less than, greater than, and then the second sort TEXTSPLIT function. This will return true if there's any difference between the two arrays and false if they're the same. Finally, we wrap everything in the OR function to ensure that Excel evaluates the comparison correctly. So we type OR, open parentheses, and place the comparison inside it. Close the parentheses for the OR function, and that's it. When you press Enter, Excel will return false, because the values in B3 and C3 are just rearranged. Instead of using a helper column for the TEXTSPLIT function, I'll take the formula we created in the helper column, copy it, and paste it directly inside the OR function. This eliminates the need for the helper column entirely. Once I've done that, I can safely delete the helper column since it's no longer needed. Now, with the formula streamlined, I can simply copy it down to cell C4 to apply it to the next row. It returned true because the values in B4 and C4 are not the same, even after rearranging their parts. This indicates that there's an actual difference between the two entries. Now let's move on to the second solution, which is perfect if you want to compare multiple rows at once. For this, we'll use the MAP function. The MAP function allows us to apply a formula to multiple rows in one go. Here's how we build it. We start by typing equal, then MAP, open parentheses. Next, we select the range of cells in column B that we want to compare, which is B3 to B4. Then we add a comma and select the corresponding range in column C, which is C3 to C4. After that, we use the LAMBDA function to define what we want Excel to do for each pair of cells, and then write two placeholders, X and Y, separated by a comma. These placeholders represent the values from columns B and C for each row. Inside the LAMBDA function, we'll use the same combination of the OR, sort, and TEXTSPLIT functions to compare each X value from column B. Then, I'll repeat the process to compare it with the corresponding Y value from column C. Make sure to carefully close all the brackets to ensure the formula works correctly. This compares the sorted parts of each pair of cells and returns true or false for each row. So, to recap, Solution 1 works cell by cell, splitting, sorting, and comparing. Solution 2 scales it up to handle multiple rows efficiently. Both methods ensure you catch true differences versus false rearrangements. Try this out, and let me know in the comments if you'd like a deeper dive into any of these functions. I hope this step-by-step explanation was helpful. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more Excel tips and tricks. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.